13 today. You
You
know,
got
the other day we went in because I had some frustration to release, but
all
you know.
love, all love.
But yeah, you know what I'm saying?
That,
I might got some kids. I might got some kids in the family that might want to come tune into the show or something. You
I
feel
can
me?
buy that because sometimes that passion get the best of me, and I just get to letting loose. I can't help it.
So that's
I
good.
feel you. Trying to go to the watch page.
Me,
There it is.
we was like building a little bit on how parenting. I just wanted to throw one thing in. I do something different than most parents do. I teach my children to question everything,
Yeah, you're
including
supposed
me,
That's
to.
good.
including my orders, including their mother's orders, including everything. If you can bring a valid point, I'm gonna listen to it. But that don't mean it's
Mm-hmm.
gonna change nothing. But I'm gonna listen to it.
That's the real deal, man. That's how you're supposed to parent.
They'll call it talking back where I'm from. When I grew up, they're like, "Don't talk back." But on the other hand, they taught me not to trust nobody and to question everything.
Yeah, I mean you're supposed to, man. Otherwise, hey, right. Otherwise, man, you just be a freaking blind follower or whatever. Y'all go ahead and build. Let me fix my little boy some lunch real quick.
No worries. I'm just biding time till my little one wakes up because I already know they finna be like, do this, do that before you go to work.
Mm-hmm. There. Right on speaker. Right on speaker. Can y'all?
Yeah,
How's the
so
audio? Can y'all hear us? Can you hear us, right?
beautifully, man. Shit, I can hear me in your background beautifully as well. So I know I must be coming through clear as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, I can hear y'all just fine. I'm just saying, okay, yeah.
No, yours is fucking
They
perfect.
say they can hear us in the chat. So, yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm
Yo,
finna fix us some lunch.
yo.
And then
Mic check.
mic check.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then when we get back, I'm gonna present that video that nobody was able to see. No, as a matter of fact, I can do that now, actually.
And I think that's a good thing, posting when you on here live, telling other people about other websites
Mm-hmm.
where you can find good information to wake up, to unlock you.
Sound like somebody cutting some hair over there.
Yeah, me.
Oh, okay. Don't mess them up. No, I'm playing.
Hey, man, I was born doing this. I've been doing this since I was 11 years old.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Yeah.
I wish I had that type of coordination and talent, cause my hand's not this
It's a,
type. My hand's not this sturdy.
it's just an art, man. You good in other areas.
Yeah.
We all
I,
painting a picture. This just my
You better
portion of
know
it.
it.
I've been taught that. Hey, can y'all hear this?
Yes.
Okay. Can y'all hear it even with my mic muted?
Yeah,
And that's
your
the
mic
only
muted.
pole on the other side of the telephone from Little America. And I think it's quite
We ain't gonna be able to
it should be an area as big as that unexplored.
Hi, how are you? Welcome to my channel, World History Official. In this video, I would like to show you some real proof that make you believe that the Earth is flat. Not one person has the absolute right to claim a complete flat Earth theory is the correct one, and that all else is confusion. But by working together, individually studying, debating, being open, and creating tangible pieces of work, we can figure it out together. Before I started, remember to subscribe and hit the bell icon on my channel if you enjoy, and also share this information to your family, your friends, and everyone. I can't speak, I have speech disorder. So, I am sorry to use robot voice on the video. Many people complain about this. But now, I had my better speech software with good voice. I also put the text on the video, so you can read them if you're not comfortable with this voice. So, here we go. Wake up, sheeple. I'm just going to say it to you straight. The Earth is flat, NASA is a conspiracy, and you should really hate Neil deGrasse Tyson for some reason. The globalists are coming for you. I've scoured the deepest depths of the internet to find out what the real facts are. Contained within this video is all the proof you need. Watch out for the New World Order. You might want to delete your browser history after watching this. You don't want them knowing you discovered the truth. Now here's the truth. This is how we know the Earth is flat. God's flat Earth, truth, and reality. Space. The sun.
He's showing some like some Christian video.
Balloons.
Like, can you see it? I don't see anything.
He's screen sharing.
The sky.
Yeah, I don't hear that shit.
Y'all don't see it?
Why don't satellites cross in front of the moon?
Say what now?
Math is Illuminati. Buildings don't tilt.
Y'all still don't see it?
GPS does not work over the ocean.
I see it.
Yeah, I see it.
They are called airplanes, not air globes.
I don't see it. Okay, I see it.
Horizon is horizontal. Wake up, sheeple. Oceans are Illuminati. The equator is Illuminati. The United Nations is Illuminati.
Hey, Flat Earth. What that white boy name Flat Earth?
Lake Baikal is Illuminati.
Josh.
The white boy with the goatee.
What? Oh, Josh.
He got Flat Earth power up on his name.
Yeah, Josh.
Josh.
He gone. Don't look like he gone.
Explain this.
I was trying to find that vegan warrior. It won't come up. It just got this dude, the bald head dude, but they ain't got a channel. I'm trying to. He must got another channel.
The sun is not 93 million miles away. It's right here, next to this airplane.
What the hell going on anyway?
I don't know, man.
The solar system.
I'll explain in a minute.
Globes are atheism, and the occult, and paganism, and also Illuminati. This makes so much sense. This makes even more sense.
What's that smell?
Your noodles?
What?
Your noodles?
This makes the most sense of all.
I can't vibe with all that Christian stuff.
Thank you for telling me that's a graphic illustration, because I totally would have thought it was a real picture.
Yeah, you know they gotta throw in.
This is catchy and sounds true most likely.
Okay. We stop talking while I'm on the phone. I don't want your voice to be heard, dude.
This is escalating really quickly.
When you see me doing this, can you not talk or call me to the side or something?
These are perfectly reasonable claims. Oh no, not the sun cult thing again. Wow, this is a really good point. Okay, I get it. Please stop. Okay, seriously, please stop.
I need to stop saying that, right?
Why won't it stop? Guys, this has gone too far. Can anyone hear me? Please get me off the internet. I'm done. I'm done for the day. I'm done forever. Oh my god, it just keeps going. I done. Dude, it's so convincing. My life is a lie.
Yep.
My brain hurts. Do you feel woke yet? Because you should.
Oh yeah, we keep it viral, and this is.
It is my pleasure to bring you this wholesome content. From the darkest depths of the internet, right to your door. Now if you've actually watched this far, you should probably be done with the internet for the day.
So what y'all think?
And that's beyond the pole on the other side of the slope from Little Mac. And I think it's quite stunning. But there should be an area of things that unexplored.
So what y'all think though? I'm good. I'm done playing the video. Y'all
I just don't understand how someone could come with the science like that, but then come with the indoctrination too.
Yeah. I seen some of the things. I think maybe to distinguish in between the two. You know what I mean? Like so people can discern between the two.
Your mic is muted, bro.
Oh. My fault. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Oh, so what did y'all think? I'm thinking because maybe so somebody could distinguish in between the two. Maybe. What up, Junior? Welcome back. What's up with Josh? Josh was there for a minute. And a lot of people do try to use, you know what I'm saying, get some scriptures out the Bible. But I really don't have no problem with it. The thing is, I tend to refer to some scriptures toward the Bible that we can observe with our own eyes. You see what I'm saying? When they mention stuff in the Bible about the earth being flat, I'm perfectly cool with that. Except that we can observe with our own eyes. But now when it talks about, you know, a dragon with 7 horns and 3 heads and stuff, to me, all of that just a fairy tale. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's just a fairy tale. You feel me? Because ain't nobody observed that with their own eyes.
It always,
you know what I mean? Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Anybody can build off of that. It's cool.
Well, when I was in the Christian church, when they was talking about the 7 dragons and the candlesticks and all that, they was talking about with a 3-headed dragon. They're talking about different parts of the world that was controlling. You know, it was an allegory basically. You know, not that I believe in it, but you know, everything is all allegory.
Yeah, but what it comes to, it's just like when you start talking about interpretations and all that, you can't really say it's the word of God if a man has to interpret words, you know?
Yeah.
Hurry up and hit me.
Well, none of that shit. But like you said, they use flat earth. I mean, but with the Bible, though, a lot of things we use for some. You can have a lot of where it relates to what's going on now. That's how they do it. People mind it much. Oh, look, it's happening in the Bible. Oh my goodness.
And as soon as something crazy happens in the world, they'll be like, yep. See, it says it right here. The dragon would emerge from the beast. I mean, the beast would emerge from the seas. It's just weird how they put 7 on everything, right? You got you know, you got the earth created in 7 days or whatever. You know, if you include rest, right? He created rest on the 7th day. Then you got, you know, 7 days of the week. Then you got seven candles with 7 candlesticks, like in the Bible, right? Then you got what was it? A dragon with 7 horns, and then you know, then Christopher Columbus sailed the 7 seas.
Into the 7 churches.
I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? It's like they put 7 on everything. You know, we got 7 seas. We got, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they use numerology like a motherfucker.
So what now?
7 continents.
Yeah, you know, supposedly 7 continents. It's just that all of it is basically just fairy tales, man. When we expose these lies and stuff, I don't know why people think that we would exclude the lies of the Bible as well. You know, um, I mean, that's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
Well, the same people. It's just like the same people who's lying to you about the globe is the same people that wrote the Bible in the first place.
yeah, and they knew what they were doing by putting flat Earth clues in it or whatever. Use your spoon, man.
I don't know my
Oh, okay. You know what I mean?
The worst part about it is what they did with the Bible is they just stole concepts. Like they stole a bunch of concepts from ancient cultures, and they just like flipped it into their own version and shit.
Absolutely.
Good,
Mahir, is that you?
Yeah, brother. What's good?
Okay.
What's good, bro?
Let me switch phones.
But people, I don't know, like I said, when
One thing tripped me out.
Go ahead.
One thing tripped me out is about the book of Job. That would really trip me the fuck out. The book of Job, how you got the devil and God having a betting contest with that damn man. If you do this, I bet you won't do this. You do that, I bet. I mean, it's crazy how people go off the Bible and just memorize by the stories they give us.
Yeah, basically. And then it was a verse, I think, 2 Thessalonians 11 or 12. God shall send deception your way or something. And, you know, basically everybody will fall to the deception. So why would that God send us deception? It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, he sent strong delusion. He sent strong delusion. You know, why would he do that? You know, why would he people that's trying to live a certain way, why would he bring them to calamity? Being all powerful and almighty, all knowing and all encompassing. Yet we don't know none of this shit. We don't know what's going on. He's keeping us in the dark, you know what I'm saying, according to the scripture. And we just gotta go off of the word of some people that say, oh yeah, I walk with that mom. I know him. You know, he did this for me, he did that for me. That's what they do all day, every day. Oh, you don't know my deeds. Oh, don't tell me about my God, my creator. You know what I mean? When they don't even understand who they're dealing with themselves.
Exactly.
They're scared to question. I think they're just scared to question outside of what they was already taught. That's what I think it is. Because that's what it was for me. I was scared to go outside that perimeter. You know, I didn't know what laid on that other side.
You can start from the beginning and see it don't make no sense. When you got the story about Adam and Eve, Cain and Abel, and the first question is like, okay, where the wife come from? You got Cain and Abel, and all of a sudden you got people popping up, where the wife come from? You ask that kind of simple question, the pastor can't answer that. And you got all kind of stuff that right in the beginning.
His wife had to have been his mama.
It just don't make no sense with us. Then how we gonna put an emphasis on a God to put him a he or she? Everybody say he. Everybody say he. You got a Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Where's the mother? You know what I'm saying? Everybody got a bill. If Adam and Eve had a neighbor, that mean they had a biblical cord. They had to come from somewhere, right? They got a neighbor. So they had to start from some kind of womb if you got a neighbor. I mean, people don't use common sense.
Ernest from the Authentic Intent Flat Earth channel, whatever. He was streaming on Facebook Live yesterday, or I think it was yesterday, and he had broken down that it was two creation stories in the Bible. It's basically two Adam and Eve type stories, in the Bible that they basically don't even teach at church, because you got the Genesis thing, and then later on in the Bible, later on in the Bible, oh shoot, I forgot which book he was going out of, but later on in the Bible, it was another creation going on at the same time Adam and Eve were created or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
I think you're referring to Lilith when they're talking about
Lilith,
how
yeah,
in the first creation.
how Adam had more wives and stuff.
Well, the story goes. See, when I was in the Hebrew Israelite tradition, you know, they gave the story of Lilith how she wanted Adam to be under her or whatever, and he refused, and she left, and then God created Eve. You know, all this other. It's the book of Jasher is what it's called. It's in that book, and the Bible referenced that book. You know, and they got the apocrypha doctrines that was taken out. You know, they tell of all those accounts and shit. So, you know, I don't think it was a separate story. I think again, there go with those interpretations. You know, the separate interpretations to where, you know, they say, well, God created Adam. And then, you know, well, he created the heavens and the earth, and then right after the 2 chapters, then he created Adam, when supposedly he created man before all creatures. So, like you said, it don't make sense. They just put things together to confuse the shit out of us, man.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hey.
I got a little insight. There's a book called Out of the Cave of Treasures. I believe it's either Cave of Treasures or Cave of Wonders. It talks about Adam and Eve.
Really?
There go my boy.
Out of the Garden of Eden.
That's what's up. What time you getting on?
That's good, fam. And there's a pre-Adamic societies. In the 17th century, they created a lot of the stories behind Gnosticism or translations of the Gnostics. Yeah, in the Cave of Treasures, Cain and Abel had twin sisters, and it said that Cain wanted to. They were mixing them up like this. Cain went with Abel's twin sister, and Abel went with Cain's twin sister. Cain's twin sister was beautiful. Abel's twin sister was ugly. Cain didn't want to marry Abel's twin sister, wanted his own twin sister, and killed Abel for her. That's how the story, you know, goes. Like that's like long story short or paraphrase. Say the least. In the Cave of Treasures.
Completely different story from what they said about how he killed his brother, or the reason why he killed his brother.
Right, it's 3 different ones. It's the pre-Adamic society. They created stories, and you got the Gnostics. The other ones are modern. The modern ones, you get like the Lilith stories. But in the Bible, they take you back up to Genesis chapter 6. I might mess it up a little bit, but chapter 6, he created then she, he, or something like that, male, female, whatever. I could actually bust it out in the Bible. That's before Adam and Eve. So there's already people, you know, supposedly being created. But that ties into the third one, which you get out of Paradise Lost. Gustave Le Gray. In Paradise Lost, it tells you the story from Lucifer being casted down and the battle in heaven all the way to Noah.
And then he said, let us replenish the earth. So they let you know it was something here before that, because it said replenish. If you're even using the words, it's saying, let us replenish it. When you're going to re-up or doing anything, it's something before that.
That's right. So by both. I might be saying
He got phone in his beast phones. He don't care.
And it started without void and all that, but then it say, God voice moved upon the face of the water. So I mean, it was water. So water was already created. Must have been in there. I mean, what are they talking about? I mean, like you got to kind of ask yourself questions when it comes to this. When it comes to that Bible story. When I was reading about Neil and Inky, about the gold, about how they made the slave race and all that, the Samaritan story, that kind of make a little sense too.
Yeah.
It kind of make a little sense. The moral of the story is everybody got the same question. Why are we here?
What, baby?
And me,
everybody got the same question.
Yeah, me and a young guy I'm at work right now. A young guy that I work with, you know, said the exact same thing you just said. Like, you know, I've been thinking like all the stuff we do throughout the day to day. You know, what's the purpose? Why are we here? What are we doing? You know. And I say that's the age-old question, bro. The question of life. Like, what's the purpose? You know, because we get the stories from everywhere, but none of those stories give us a true depiction of our purpose here. You know, everything is up for question at this point in history.
Cause you sure can't say we put here to praise God and praise them, cause you got angels for that. You look at the story and go for how it is. You got angels for the glorifying. You know what I'm saying? You got angels for that. But then you got to create humans to worship you too. We gonna live life to live a good life that you want us to do, and then worship you. And and we got a set of rules to live by. And what else are we supposed to be doing while we're here? If we're spiritual beings, we don't need food or nothing. If you think about it spiritually, what spirit you know will be hungry? What spirit you know gonna feel pain? That's why they got in the Bible when you die, you don't feel no more pain, no more, and all that becomes spirit form. We feel pain because we're in this vessel. It wasn't for that. Our pain. If your nerves ain't working, or you numb, you ain't gonna feel that pain. But your brain won't give you that signal that I'm hurting, or I'm sick, I'm cold, I'm hot. All the problems that we have in this flesh, how can you have those problems? You need all three of these components to work. Mind, body, soul, you know. Mind, which is in the spirit.
He's right.
If the soul is already fire, the root word of soul is fire, then how do we burn? We can't, you know, as far as hell, that's so retarded, man. People need a way to speak up, man. Like, we live in a race that's been ran, that, you know, we ain't even got up to lift our foot up to step yet. You know, we're in a dangerous place right now, bro.
You're right, and people don't want to, you know, for one, they don't want to wake up to the fact that they've been lying in the space program and in church they whole damn lives, and they just don't want to go. They don't want to have the responsibility of, you know, what good does it matter? What good does it matter? I still gotta wake up and pay bills. I still gotta go to work.
Exactly. That's what you get opposed with every time. Anytime I've spoke with someone just like on the fly about some truth, they always hit you with some stupid ass shit like, what does it matter? What is all this whole bullshit? And you're like, never mind. And once they hit you with that shit, you're like, all right, I'm gonna let you go right back to the herd because you ain't ready to defect.
Yeah. You know what? How about this? Let me steal $100 out of your house, and then I'll be like, what does it matter? You still got another $100. You gonna go to work and make it back anyway. What does it matter? What does it matter?
Bet it don't be the same rhetoric.
Yeah, they hit it with the same rhetoric. What does it matter? Let me steal $200 out of your house. What does it matter? You gotta go to work. You still gotta go to work and make it back anyway. What does it matter? That's the same thing with NASA. What does it matter? NASA stealing $52 million a day. What does it matter? We still got to work and pay them taxes anyway.
And it's crazy. They'll fuck with you about proving it, and then when you give them a lot of evidence proving them wrong, then they want to sing a "What Does It Matter" song. You know.
Oh, exactly. You start showing them CG lies, and they'll be like, but that's just giving you a perspective of, man.
It's like dude last night on Grant's show. talking about satellite too small to see. So that totally goes against everybody else. Anybody else that said that they seen satellites. One guy said he seen the satellite, him and his David in the backyard, and seeing a satellite in the 70s or something with the naked eye passing in front of the moon. So I'm like, so which one is it? So which one is it? Can we see the satellites passing in front of the moon, or are they too small to see? And then he kept on saying, no, see the ISS. I said, why can't we see it satellite? He kept saying, well, you can see the ISS. I was like, I'm not talking about the ISS. I'm talking about regular other satellite. He kept on, cause he know, I guess he felt I was going to set him up for a trip.
Look, he hit every little Heisman he could. You know, every little deflect he could. Like, man, look, I already know. And that's how they always do. There's one cat that accepts debate, but his guidelines to accept this debate is like you can't talk about like 20 different points. There's 20 points you cannot talk about, but he'll debate you.
Exactly, man. There's no more debate.
Well, what I heard last night, when the little young dude was talking, you know, I heard a phone ringing. Had to go back and do some homework. But, you know, throughout this conversation, I'm hearing office phones ringing and shit. Like he was in a building or something instead of a house.
Daddy.
Huh.
I was gonna pull this tooth out because it don't want to come out. Good?
Okay.
So I don't know what his motive was last night, as far as, because I mean, he was just speaking from books that he read and, you know, things that he saw on TV, not doing his own real research. He saw, his mom and his whole family was government officials, the way he was saying it last night.
Look, the thing that debunks it to me, sorry for interrupting, the thing that debunks it to me is the periscope. How does a periscope work long distance on a globe? Boom.
You can't.
You can't debunk a gyroscope either. You really can't debunk a telescope. You can't debunk a telescope.
I can understand somebody saying they can debunk the accelerometer just because an accelerometer is designed. You know, it's computer programmed. Like it's got to be, it gets created. Therefore, it could be said that it gets created with the motion that's already occurring, you know, embedded into it. Somebody could use that argument, but I don't believe that works either. I think accelerometers prove that we're motionless.
Who is Mr. Michael M.W.? He says, idiots debate idiots. So I sent him a link. It's cold up in here, man. I might have to cut my heat on. I mean, not on, but up.
I understand them defending the globe, though, because before I started understanding their model better than them, once I got into flat Earth, I really was like buying that shit. You know, you just get told a couple little things, and the rest of it is all your imagination. You know, you just go off with it, and you'll be thinking all these little things, and ain't none of it true.
And then you gotta think they use what did I say? They purposely refer to the Flat Earth Society since they know that they really can't go, on, you know what I'm saying, real true speakers. This guy
It works
says
on the
globe is
same
like a
bullshit
puzzle that
gravity
works.
shit that. Oh, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
whoa,
Excuse me. I
hold
forgot
on,
it's
real quick. See, this guy right here just exposed himself. He says globe is like a puzzle that works with mathematics and physics. Boom, he just exposed himself. Yes, the globe works with math and pseudo-physics. It does not work with observation and experiment. Do I need to break out the
What do they call
definition of science?
theoretical physics? It work on the theoretical.
Yes.
On the theoretical.
Applied science works with observation and experiment. Do I need to break out the
What they
textbook
call
definition?
natural sciences.
Do I need to
Natural
break out the
science.
textbook definition of science? Do I need to go to the textbook definition of science?
Never. You already know. We know it better than they do.
Tell me it does because planes fly. Oh, you want to talk about planes? Do I need to get them Marlena effect on this panel since he's a licensed certified pilot? Dude, we done debunked every. We got occupational friends all over the globe before you start talking about where airplanes this, we got a pilot. Yeah. Well, ships this.
Get to Marlena if they bring that pilot.
Captains. We know a few captains on the water. Well, yeah, we have a few scientists. What else you got, boy? You know what I'm saying? I see you quiet now. So you want to talk about planes? Do I need to get Marlena up on my call? Huh? Do I need to call Marlena and have her debunk whatever you think you know about airplanes?
Marlena.
Here, do you want to just have a conversation with a licensed certified pilot? I didn't think so. Talking about his planes.
Our brother
They must not know what happened to the last guy.
No, don't. Marlena destroyed him, and then he want to snap my panel. He gets destroyed. He gets destroyed by a female pilot, and then he snipes my panel. And then talking about you assuming. What makes you assume that I'm not a pilot? Well, are you? Well, no. Well, then her assumption was right. She could tell by how you were talking you wasn't no damn pilot, man.
As I was saying, our brother Justin was asking who he should subscribe to, where he should go. That's another one, bro. Marlena effect. The Marlena effect. Marlena effect, I mean.
Yeah.
She's an indigenous people from up in Canada.
Yep.
So like she brings an indigenous cosmology that she was taught her whole life.
Yep.
And she wasn't taught that we was living on a ball.
Nope.
She was taught we lived on an expansive plane that was infinite.
Exactly. They even have their maps. They even have their own map system. And because she's presented it to me a few times. So
that's right. Hey, people used to freak out when I told them that. My people are Iroquois, and they up in that area too. Same thing. We don't say this shit is a ball. Some converted though and believe it. Excuse my language. Some converted in Western ways of living or whatever and accept it now, but not really.
You said you can go to space next year for $250K. Okay, are you gonna pay it? Are you gonna pay that money? Huh? Are you gonna pay that money to get put to sleep and then wake up on another side of this flat plane? He said, talking about, yep. Look, so you're gonna pay that money, get put to sleep, so you won't freak out going to space and then wake up on the other side of this flat plane and then thinking that you actually went to outer space to somewhere else. I would take a camera. Yeah, go ahead and take a camera. This right here is definitely a NASA troll. Cause any idiot with $250K, they can spend Oh, you gonna bring your family to lunch? Oh, you meant to say launch. Launch. Okay, you forgot the A, but it's cool. I don't want to talk about your spell check. You don't talk about my slang. Let's see. Anime. Go about believing people can go to space. They have been selling that pipe dream since our parents were kids. Just next year, guys, wait and see. Just next year, guys, wait and see. Yeah, exactly. Richard Brosnan. Richard Brosnan, I'm sorry. The CEO of Virgin Galactica was forced to pay back $250K to all the people that he been selling pipe dreams about sending them into orbit. He said, no, that's not what the article said. That's not what the article said. The article said the people got tired of waiting. He kept on pushing the date back and kept on pushing it back and back and back. You got paying everyone else, mate. Stupid troll. Keep spinning. Blue Origin has a vehicle. You know what I'm saying? These guys, it's already tested. Send a link so I can do you have a link of any video documentation? He goes from chat room to chat room. You know what I'm saying? Cause he's one of them booty goons. He's probably probed or something, and it's telling him to say that type this. Oh! How convenient! He can't send the link, guys. He can't send the link, guys. But he wants me to go to a website that's basically gonna tell me everything that I want to hear about the globe. Y'all there?
Oh yeah.
This guy. But now he telling me go on YouTube, Blue Origin official channel. But yeah, oh wow.
Globetrotters are getting ahead of themselves, huh? They always put the cart ahead of the horse with this flying in space stuff.
He finna send you the Secure Team 10. He finna send you the UFO website so you can have all your answers, you know, right there.
Basically.
Oh no, not a mystic encyclopedias.
Who's that? Is that the other Josh? Uber.
Yeah, hey, what's up, Ken?
What's good? What's good? What's good?
I'm good. I saw and I saw SpaceX, and I was like, man, I can't miss this.
So I was going through this Hebrew lexicon. It's for the Bible, obviously, because that's the only thing from Hebrew to English that really is around. And if you look up, there's two words right beside each other. One has the symbol in the middle flipped. It's the same symbol, just mirrored. One is Nasa and one is Nasha. Nasa.
Oh yeah.
Nasa.
They're both not good.
Nasa means to lift up.
That's right.
That's right. Now, Nasha means to greatly deceive.
Yes, yes. But oh man, please expound, family. That's right.
My little tablet won't allow me to screenshot at the moment because I cracked the screen. It looked like a spider web. But man, if I was able to screenshot, I would have already put this out to Dread. I already talked to Dread. Like I told y'all, I talked to Dread the other night for a long little time, and we were talking about this shit. I've been on this shit for a minute, y'all. Like this is the only thing I worry about is words, because that's how they trap us. The word is the spell. Never
mind. Go ahead. You was going in.
It's interesting because English, it seems like we're pronouncing like ancient words, you know? Like it's like the hooked on phonics for like ancient Hebrew or ancient Greek or
they'll tell
like
you
all we're doing is using what the words sound like, you know?
Mm-hmm. But they'll tell you that the hooked on phonics for the Hebrew language would be the Bible. And that's totally not true. You know, like there's other ways that you could learn the language without the Bible. But like, that was a good analogy.
Hebrew's interesting, bro. Hebrew's really interesting. It's
yeah, you know, the reason Hebrew's still around is because it, unlike most languages, it melds into dialects of every area it goes into. So the Yiddish comes out. You get all these different little dialects of Hebrew, but they all still speak biblical Hebrew, Proto-Hebrew.
And this guy, this is all he get. But yet, then when you debunk that every argument, they always come back with the poorly uneducated. Even though when I took an IQ test in 6th grade, my IQ test scored higher than everybody on the AB and straight A honor roll. And I never brought home A's. I've never made the AB honor roll or the straight A honor roll.
Same here. I had bad grades, but high test scores, always.
High test scores all the time.
IQ isn't how smart you are, it's how quickly you learn.
This idiot does not want to join the hangout.
Yeah, that's right. It's your critical thinking.
Here. There go the links. What's the natural physics of water? Right? 3rd grade physics.
Oh, but haven't you heard? Level doesn't mean fat.
You don't need no microphone. I don't have a microphone either.
You gotta love that, how they'll bend definitions to fit the narrative.
Do you see a microphone? I don't have a microphone either. You scared. Anyway, let me cut my camera off. I don't want them to see my handsome face. But check this out though, man. But yet, what's the natural physics of water? The natural physics of water. Well, yes, you gave me the oh, you said, oh, okay. At first you said you didn't have a microphone. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure you got one on your phone. But it said the natural physics of water said it always finds its level. It always lay flat and always finds its level. But yet, they claim that we deny physics, but yet they deny the natural physics of water. Wow.
Knowing that water covers what they tell us in school, 70% of the planet.
Yeah, right? And they also told us in space it's a ball. In space, in your imagination, fool. Like I said, he just want to sit there. So how's he even using YouTube? Like he got a Windows 2000 computer or something that don't have no camera.
Whatever he using is just like anything. It's got a microphone and it's got a camera, unless it's straight up an old computer. Because what I'm on right now, like I told y'all, is a tablet.
You trying to debate somebody?
SS, I want to see them turn a bucket of water into one of their little floating freaking balls.
Yeah.
Because I don't think it'll work.
You ain't gonna see it because them balls ain't real.
Well, as a matter of fact, I got a better idea. I want them I want them to get in a vacuum chamber. I want them to get into a vacuum chamber and get a big ass bucket of water and just throw it inside that vacuum chamber to see if gravity will form that water into a sphere. Like they claim the Big Bang Theory did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel what you're saying. Dump it in there, turn it on, see if it lifts it all up off the ground into one mass.
I want to see them get into a vacuum with an actual spacesuit and see if they'll do it. Because I don't think those spacesuits will actually protect them.
Look, they don't. Look, have you seen the 1 minute video? Look, they're out of all searching. If you search all your life, you'll find one good video. And the one good video is only 1 minute, and it really ain't shit.
Wow.
Because they say it take 2 minutes for a person to be fucked up from a vacuum.
Oh, you know what? Check this out. I saw a thing where a guy actually put his arm in a vacuum. There's a guy that has
we all seen the magic glove. We seen the magic glove. We already know.
He wasn't trying to prove anything like for space or anything. He just has a vacuum. And he does all kinds of vacuum experiments. Like one day he threw like ice cream in a vacuum to see what would happen. He throws like chocolate bars and crap in vacuums. He put bugs in vacuums to see if they could withstand it.
I already know what channel you're talking about. There's another channel called Action Lab. He just did a video a month ago, and this cat jumped on Dread's panel and was like, "I can show you absolute proof that you can survive in a vacuum with nothing more than duct tape." Looking at.
But yeah, no, this guy stuck his hand in a vacuum, and it did not last very long before he had to stop it, dude. Because
that just proves little dumb point anyway.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. I want to see them put on a spacesuit, like go to the Smithsonian, grab like Neo's old spacesuit.
Exactly.
And hop into a vacuum, dude. I don't think they'll do it because they don't have the balls and they know that they'll die.
Yep, because it'll kill someone. Yep. And it'll disprove everything. Like, I already feel what you said. Hey, look, what we need to do is set up some little back chats and have some talks, is what we need to do. And find out what we can do to get some of these little experiments set up.
Oh, yeah, I got ideas, man. Like I want to shoot a balloon at the moon during the day. I want to get a closer look at it. Cuz you're not allowed to put up weather and stuff at night, right? The whole air traffic control crap. More control, you know? And so but we can launch stuff during the day, and the moon's out during the day all the time. And it looks really weird during the day all the time. It looks like you can see through it. So I think if we were able to shoot a weather balloon up there during the day with the camera pointed up instead of down at the ground, like we already know the ground's flat. Let's figure out what the hell's up there now.
That's what I'm talking about. Exactly that type shit. And tracking the moon and tracking the sun so we know where it's going to be. We need to do it for 1 year, 2 times.
Hey, but so here's a good one for you guys. You know how they launched that rocket the other night, put that big silver streak in the sky everyone's talking about?
Yeah, I saw that.
A couple days before that, SpaceX docked their Dragon capsule or whatever on the ISS, and there's a video of it. I'll send you guys the link right now so you can check it out. 7 minutes into the video, or at exactly about 7:03, it shows the capsule and everything in daylight, like the sun is hitting the earth, okay? And at 7:03, it's bright. At 7:04, It literally looks like someone flipped the switch and turned off the sun. Like it goes completely just black. Like not black like the camera cut out, because you can still see some light shadows on stuff. Like it went from day to night, literally instantly, like someone flipped a switch.
It's like a giant magnetron.
Dude, I don't know, but it was bad. It was bad. Yesterday we were actually checking out some old, like 10-year-old like CGI stuff, right? It was just some Star Wars fans that made a movie about like the Death Star being over like San Francisco, right? And when you're watching this, dude, these guys did a better job than NASA and SpaceX. Like they actually have like the shadows under stuff, you know, like the shadows following things going across the sky. If there's a fire, it shows. You know how there's that weird effect when you look at a fire burning, like a torch. Not necessarily where the flame is, but a little bit after it, where everything looks wavy, you know, because of the heat. Like that's the kind of stuff that's missing from NASA and SpaceX's their videos. You know, the stuff that we see naturally when we see fire and stuff burn.
Hey, you know what you just explained right there? I see that on the moon all the time where I'm at. Like when there's a crescent moon at this time of year, for like an hour, it's like looks like when you're looking down the street, the whole moon looks like it's on fire, and you're getting some sort of heat disturbance.
I know what you're talking about, actually. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. It almost looks like there's. It's weird. That's why I like Crow 777's his videos.
This ain't the lunar wave. What I'm speaking on, yeah, the lunar wave is a bad motherfucker in itself. You know, our brother Dredd caught one as well, right?
No, I did not know Dredd caught one. That is awesome.
Oh yeah. And the moon that Dredd saw was that nice orange moon, so you know it was something different. You know, it was beautiful. From Stream, if I'm not mistaken, he caught it. Didn't know he caught it till like weeks later when we was all like chopping it up behind the scenes.
That's exactly what happened to Crow. If you remember, he said that he.
Why do you think he went back and talked about it? Why do you think he went back and looked at it? Because we was all building on something, and he was like, "Hold on, I'm finna go back and look at it." And he was like, "Damn, show!" And he like slowed it down, watched it on his own a few more times before he made a fool of himself. And he was like, "Watch." Put his screen over, showed us. This is what it is. You can watch the live video on his channel. There's a little clip that he cut out of the live video that'll show you the moon or whatever.
That is awesome, because someone actually hit me up about that the other day. They're like, "Well, has anybody else filmed this besides that Crow 777 guy?"
More people.
Awesome, thank you. I love getting more information, bro. Thanks.
So explain these.
4 people have now that Dredd had.
So I want this troll in the chat to explain these bubbles in space. He said people don't get logic. People don't get logic.
I can explain it super easy. There's a massive pool that's bigger than any pool you've ever seen in Texas. It's big enough that they can build ISSs up under them. Replicas, of course. These are not the real ones. These are only replicas. And this is only a training ground. But when you watch videos of these training and put it side by side with what we're given, it looks almost identical, including the bubbles.
People don't get logic. Of course, they're gonna find some way to debunk something with a look at that. Explain that one. Of course they're gonna find somehow make a video and say debunks just to have damage control. Let's see. You know, it's not science unless an experiment is unless the experiment is repeated, right? Let's try this one. Let's see this one. Interesting. Why we never see the entire horizon light up like that? Did y'all right here? Why why we don't see why we don't observe the whole horizon lit up like that? However, we do see just the horizon that's closer to the sun. That's the only part that's illuminated. So we finna let the Polish guy get finger cramps typing in explanations that he can't explain. Ooh, up, up, up! Look at all those bubbles. Up, and this must have been a live spacewalk. Up, it's coming from the helmet. Look, look, it's coming. It's coming. Ah. Ah. Ooh-wee. Oh, yep. He saw that video and he still refused to believe that they lied to him. How could there be fluids in space with no atmosphere, no air to carry it, dog? Huh? There could be fluids and they could be. Wow.
You know what I was just thinking? I was just thinking if they're, you know, these spacesuits is pressurized, you wouldn't even need for this pool to be like a neutral buoyancy pool. This pool, just all you would have to do is add chemicals for clarity so that you don't see the water disturbances and stuff. Because this is because in them suits you could add and decrease pressure to like make a person like, you know, descend or ascend.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm not mistaken, that's the same principle that a submarine work off of.
You would not need a pool for CGI. Okay, so I guess you never seen behind the scenes of Baywatch, right? Baywatch, they took a very deep pool and they put a green screen on the deck of the pool, well, actually a blue screen. Okay, they dive in the pool to get in character, dive in the pool like they swim down the ocean, and then they use that blue screen to give you that illusion that they're really on a beach. So don't sit there and tell me that they will not need a pool for CGI when I've seen behind the scenes of Baywatch, and to perform to perform like every show, to act like they're on the beach, that's actually a green screen you're looking at. They're in a huge studio with a swimming pool. Okay? They're in a huge studio with a swimming pool. And behind that pool is a big old blue screen. And they image a beach into that blue screen. So when they dive into the pool, it looks like they're swimming into the ocean. Yeah, deep blue sea, they use a blue screen. The Titanic, they use a blue screen. They use both. What's wrong with using both? They need both. They need they need to prove to to act like they're in a spacewalk, and then they use the CGI or the green screen in that pool to give you this Earth you see here. If it was Illuminati. Wow, for somebody to call me idiot, you sure do have a hard time spelling simple words. This must be P Mars. Only an idiot. Only an idiot would just actually do that. Are y'all there? Okay.
We here.
Okay. He asked me if I'm still alive. I thought I got bombed or something.
If he was actually the Illuminati, we would never know. Give me a break. You don't know who's in the Illuminati. That's why they're there. Like the people that are in the highest power, you have no idea who the hell they are.
Exactly.
They have no names.
Look how they always put stuff in front of the Earth so you can't see what's going on.
You guys have seen where the astronauts took a selfie on the ISS, and behind them the window's open, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Like how does this stuff get through? And once you see it, how do you not realize what the hell is going on?
Here's a better one. I'm about to get to it. I'm about to go to another one.
That's straight up like signs of brain damage, right?
Now, if usually if you see a reflection, like if you're looking out the window and you see a reflection of something, your reflection will show up in the foreground, right? Like let's say if you walk to your window and you're looking outside at your driveway or the cars passing in front of your house or whatever, right? And your reflection shows up on the window. Your reflection will show up on the front, right? It would basically be in front of what you're looking at, correct? Hello? Right?
Like
Yes.
all of a sudden everybody disappears.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, you just caught us mid-dab. No worries. I just wasn't able to answer you immediately.
No, it's cool. But no, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you were in, if you were looking out of a window, your reflection would show up in the, it would show up in the foreground. It would like show up on the window, right? So I'm finna show y'all something. I know we've seen it 100 times, like this clip I'm about to show. But someone said clearly the reflection was in the front or whatever. This guy, let me see if I can find it. You should look at this video right here. Mike, student proves flat earth with geophysics class. With geophysics in class. So, here it is.
didn't plan to make a video today, but I found something very interesting. Since I'm a big fan of NASA, I like to watch many of their videos. Today I was watching this old footage from the Challenger mission. I was thinking I need to stop spreading this flat earth bullshit, because maybe NASA is legit and maybe all their missions are real. Watching NASA videos is a good way to make yourself believe it's all real. Unless you find stuff like I will show you in a minute. Maybe other people found this already, I'm not sure, but I am sure that I never saw this before. So, when you look at this footage, sometimes it kind of makes you think, was it all real? Is it all real?
Hold on.
Many parts of it kind of look real. Like the part where you see all the people watching the rocket. It kind of makes you think, was it all real? Is it all real? Because many parts of it kind of look real. Like the part where you see all the people watching the rocket, like this part. It's kind of hard to fit. So, when you look at this footage, sometimes it kind of makes you think, was it all
Piss me
real?
off. There it is. Now, for starters, what's up with the helmet? Why is his head covered, Mike? Why is the head covered and they going into outer space? So why is his head covered and the rest of his body isn't? Huh? Why he just why he just got a bike helmet? Huh? Let me hear your explanation for this. What up, NASA CGI snakes? Now, hold on real quick, my here. I want Mike here. I want Mike here to answer me. Why in the hell is this guy? He's supposed to be in a spacesuit, but instead he just got a helmet on. And look, his arm is exposed. His neck is exposed. So what is he protecting just with this helmet on? This video you show me is CGI. I'm asking because back then.
Speaking of funny looking helmets, anyone seen the cover for that movie Wonder, where the kid has a space helmet on? That's what this reminds me of.
No, I ain't seen it, but it's funny though. I just
also on top of that, there's another movie out called The Shape of Water.
That's funny. Water doesn't have a shape.
Exactly.
I mean, that's physics. Water,
it's
it has
the shape of whatever it's in.
Water, you know, you got solid, you got the states of matter. You have solid, who has a definite shape, volume, and density. Then you have gas, right? Then you have gas that everything doesn't have a shape. Then you have gas that's no definite shape, no definite volume, no definite density. Then you have water that has this definite volume, definite density, but no definite shape. No definite shape. It just takes the shape of its container, just like gas. It takes the shape of its container. But you see how he ain't not gonna answer the question. You see, he's not gonna answer the question. I'm asking him, how are they going to outer space? And this guy, all he got on is a helmet. He's not. The rest of his body is exposed. So if the rest of his body is exposed, why is his head not exposed? Or if his head is exposed, if his head is covered, why the rest of his body ain't covered? It's a fake video from training. Okay. Of course, all the
Is it all
videos are
real?
fake.
Because
But let me
many
keep
parts
playing
of it kind of look real. Like the part where you see all the people watching the rocket, like this part. It's kind of hard
Is
to
this fake
fake it,
too?
and it kind of
Is
looks
this rocket
very
going
real.
up
So
in
the
space?
rocket
Is that
probably
fake?
was real. But then, well, just let's
Of course
keep
it is.
watching. It will show up in a minute. This video was uploaded by the International Astronautical Federation. And like a good reporter or a good journalist, I check my sources, and this is what Wikipedia told me. It's an international space advocacy organization based in Paris and founded in 1951 as a non-governmental organization. But it's full of governmental people. But that doesn't matter. It's uploaded by them. I will link the video in the description so you can all watch it. And maybe you can put some comments on the original video, but please be polite.
Everything is running properly. The next scene you'll see from the cockpit is when the solid rocket boosters departed, and that was really a bright flash.
This is all showing the rocket from the Earth going to space. This is the real part because it is real. But now the rocket is getting
it's
into
fake.
space.
Even though he's wearing
so
the
now
American
fake
flag.
comes in.
Now
this is the time when you watch the recent rocket
Here you go.
launches.
They're
This
using
is
the
when
model.
they switch to animations. But back in the time there was no software to make animations, so they had to do something else to convince you that the rocket is in space. These days they just use cartoons.
So okay,
It's
so
kinda
I'm glad you
insane
confirmed that.
people believe cartoons.
Everything
Do you
inside.
wonder how they used to do
What'd you
it
say,
30
from
or
inside
40
is
years
fake,
ago?
and they're inside right now.
Do
So
you
good. I'm glad
remember
you can confirm this is fake. 'Cause
That
we already
basically
knew
shows
that.
it. It's just
Good,
a
you
bunch
starting
of
to become
tiny
smart like
models
us.
in a dark room with some special effects. But at least Thunderbirds did a decent job, because in Thunderbirds you never saw a guy in the background showing up. So this video is an astronaut explaining the mission. It's not like practice footage or anything. Watch closely.
Arrangement. Our Dan sat in the pilot seat during this operation, sort of monitoring the motion of the vehicle, making sure that it was steady and that
Look.
there were very few
Now right here, boom.
vibrations of any sort. This is
So-
a picture of the INSAT actually being deployed
back
from
up.
the monitoring the motion of the vehicle, making sure that it was steady.
So
and
this
that
guy
from
from the other day. Let me go to the comments, cause I actually went in on him. It looks like a reflection in the glass, to be honest. Let me see. Here it is. Oh yeah, you've been exposed, Project Bid. So I asked, but the windows are on the front side. The view came from the rear where no windows are. So explain how that was a reflection. Cause you see how you said that clearly there was obviously a reflection, shutter window, blah blah blah. They turn the light on Earth. Are you serious? Are they having in the contrast? Yada yada. Said, first of all, you don't bother to make a statement if you haven't bothered to check your facts. The images clearly came from the aft flight deck windows on the Challenger shuttle. In similar terms, the rear view windows on the flight deck, considering payload doors, yada yada yada. So I put, if you knew anything about reflection, you would know that reflections show up in front. It reflected from a window. His image clearly showed up behind the shuttle. If there was a reflection out the window, his face would have showed up in front of it, not behind. So, I have my facts right. Do you? What's your next excuse for these lines stealing something? Now, since I'm keeping it PG-13, I'm not going to repeat that part. You can always meet me on my channel. Finger wrestling with brainwashed trolls ain't my thing. Said, half his face comes in front of the shuttle over the screen into black. Clearly, he starts at the front of the shuttle, not behind it. His nose magically appears. Magically appears in front of the right middle of the shuttle. Then, you know, this is my last thing. He did not. I just looked again, and it's clearly evident that his whole head was behind the shuttle in the background. Stop forming illusions in your head, Michael. Stop forming illusions in your head to make a petty argument. Let's face it, NASA's going down. Deal with it. Now, this is the part where you call me an uneducated, thick, idiotic something because you got proven wrong. Again, so predictable you all are. So, again, now, if he was looking out the window at this, his reflection would be in this area, right? Correct? Huh? We can agree on that. But instead, it came from behind. Let's finish playing it.
Vibrations of any sort.
Look.
There's a picture of the INSAT.
It came from behind.
Actually being deployed from the spacecraft.
You see that? And you still see movement.
The deploy went very smoothly. At the moment of deploy...
Did you see it? In the background? There was a guy in the background, man.
So where did
I'm not kidding you.
It came from
you can't
the
deny
front.
that that's someone in the background.
If this was a window looking out,
background. Here,
if this was a window looking out, his face would have covered this.
I looked
but
up
instead
and
it came
I tried
from
to
behind.
look up the size of
Look,
this rocket.
You see the outline
I found
of the
this
shuttle?
picture. You can see it's massive. So if that rocket is in space and if there is a guy in the background in that footage, that means that there are like giants, but like insane big giants floating around in space looking at NASA. That's probably why they don't dare
and it's
to go
still
back
moving.
to the moon and why they hide so much
And then
stuff.
right here,
space is full of giants.
right here, you can actually see a string.
Well, NASA, this video was a lot of fun to
string
watch. There's
attached
a lot
to
of
this.
weird things in this. Let's keep watching a bit more of this.
So I'm just gonna go ahead.
About a
and
minute,
start showing
20
my
seconds
screen.
after deployment, you can see some of the...
You know, because he has nothing to stand on. Look, he was looking in the camera. Look again, you can see the camera that he was looking. Wow. Let me see. Name calling when you have no evidence to prove otherwise. Exactly. Decommissioned in 8 years. They need to. So no videos from space. Checkmate.
Yeah, he's not ready.
It's all in my head. It's all in my head.
He's in the chat creating pseudo arguments, dragging the goalpost.
No, space is all in your head, Mr. Mike MW. As a matter of fact, the Temptations wrote a song for you. It was just my imagination.
Once again,
running away with me. It was just my imagination running away with me.
That's that was a good one, man. That's funny. That's a good song, by the way. That's a good song, though. I love that song.
Woo! Oh wow.
Black power.
Hey, so I posted the link to that video in the back chat of the Dragon connection with the ISS, whatever. If you go 7 minutes into the video, that's where they turn out the lights.
Yeah, see, they like to play with balls. They like to play with balls, huh? They like to caress balls. They like to caress balls, huh? I wonder if I pour water on this ball, will it stick? Especially if I spin it around.
Hell yeah, it will. Yeah, gravity will keep it down.
Maybe if I pour water on this ball and throw it in a vacuum chamber, since we're spinning ball of wet, since we are spinning ball of water floating through a vacuum, I wonder would water make? I wonder would this ball make water stick if we was to experiment in a vacuum chamber. Oh, anyways, yes, they like to play with balls.
Do you guys remember when we were younger being taught that the whole reason for gravity was because of the core of the Earth, and now that's not so?
But nobody wants to break away from believing what we've been indoctrinated with. Nobody wants to break away from that. And I don't mean nobody, because we do, but most people don't want to break away from that.
It's like they're on the schoolyard. Don't take my ball. Usually when I'm arguing with someone, I like throwing that into them. I like being like, wait, dude, I'm not trying to take your ball away from you, man. Just trying to show you that you might be playing with the Frisbee and not know it.
It's a reflection from the window. However, somebody please show me where a reflection from the window shows up from behind the object that's outside the window. Can somebody please show me that? I want to see a reflection come from behind the window. I mean, from behind the object that's on the other side of the window.
On that dude channel?
For real. Because every time I look out the window, my reflection shows up in front of the object that I'm looking at. It does not show up behind the object that I'm looking at.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
It always looks like a ghost standing over something.
Say what now?
When you see your reflection, like in a mirror, like in a window or something like that, it always looks like a ghost over whatever's outside the window, you know?
Mm-hmm. I guess he finally got banned. He gonna come back with another account. It don't worry. Oh God. Yeah. It's so sad that people still like to play with balls. I don't know. Maybe I should give Dr. Drew a call. Dr. Drew. Dr. Drew, this guy's fascinated with balls. Can you come help him out? Maybe give him an episode of Teen Mom. I don't know. It seems like he needs some attention. And it seems that he's probably a pedophile that likes to hack flat earth channels with porn and stuff. I think Teen Mom would actually be a suitable environment for him. Idiot.
Well, he had some porn on.
No. I'm just debunking this guy. You can clearly see the camera he is looking. Yeah. Who's gonna get you something good for Christmas? You troll this shit. Yeah, I think he was drunk again. Thanks, over that. Then he pulls a race card. Oh, you're black, so that's why you're stupid. Neil deGrasse Tyson is black too, so that makes him stupid too, right? Huh? Now hold on. Let's not ban him. I want him to. Oh, good, he's not banned. He just timed out. Neil deGrasse Tyson is black as well. That makes him stupid. Charles Corbin of NASA is also black. He's a black. I know, right? What does it have to do with anything? Charles Corbin is the director of NASA. He's black. Does that make him stupid? And if that does make him stupid because he's black, why is he the director of a space institute? See the people's Al Brown? These people don't got nothing else. Thank you, what was that? I appreciate that. Like I said, they can't come with nothing else though, man. Like, anyways, let's get on this SpaceX rocket launch real quick before I shut it down. Let's see, we got 8 people watching. Everybody get those likes up, man. Everybody get those likes up though. You know, that dang on SpaceX rocket launch, man. If that wasn't malfunction, I don't know what is. $100 billion space toy just went to hell. I seen a meme on Facebook, right? I mean, you know, my people work quick. They make memes. They make memes quickly. So they put they use a screenshot from that SpaceX launch, and then they put Goku in it like he was flying, like he was powering up, and then they put it right beside the little space launch as it was as it, you know, was getting ready to have all that plasma stuff, right? And then someone put Goku did it.
But you know what's crazy, Titan?
What's that?
You remember a few years ago, it was the same exact thing, but they said it was a portal opening up into another, you know, they didn't know what it was. But now, you know, SpaceX supposedly launched a rocket without nobody knowing. When they was advertising this whole thing for so long, Elon Musk was advertising this shit for about he was going to do it, but it never happened until everybody saw it in Los Angeles, and now it's supposedly connected with SpaceX. I don't believe it's connected with SpaceX. You know what I mean? I just think it's something that they're doing.
Last night I was chatting with a guy that was showing pictures that he found from, one was from the 30s, one was from the 70s, and it was the same exact thing.
I think Elon Musk is just another person they're putting in the forefront to say, hey, he's doing this. Nah, y'all doing all of it. Scapegoats. That's what they all are. Scapegoats.
They're ramping up for the Great Deception, man. That's all they're doing. It's gonna be a big light show. Is all it's gonna be.
We already in the light show. That's the thing. Like people waiting for a big New World Order, man. We in that shit. Like we waiting for this shit to happen, man. This shit is happening now. You know, paradise is lost now. We need to get the fuck out now. As far as
exactly. Well, the only way to get out is to go through, man.
The truth is, people don't want this.
People
don't want this truth. They don't want to be.
Now go ahead.
Yeah, man. People.
Wait, I'm sorry for interrupting.
No, you good. I'm just saying. People don't want this truth. They don't want to be exposed for, you know, or they don't want their whole lives to be exposed.
Bro, yep. I think that all you guys got it wrong.
You know what I'm saying? And then you got people like Joe Rogan getting all butthurt and emotional. So you're saying that all of those scientists over centuries are wrong? Yeah. Cause the only thing they use is math, but math does not explain what we observe with our own eyes. Math can explain, math can explain the rotation and the curvature of the earth, but it does not explain why we see water laying flat. It does not explain why we can see the sun close with crepuscular rays. Math and physics does not explain how we can see clouds behind the sun, pass behind the sun and the moon. That what we do is applied science. We don't use theoretical science. We use applied science. You know. As a matter of fact, let me.
That's what I like to use, man. Screw the math, screw all that stuff. I like to use simple observation. Being able to see like Venus in the night sky. Impossible on a globe. Very simple. If the sky's dark, you should not be looking at Venus.
Exactly. Just like during the eclipse, when I was able to see Jupiter, when it went dark for them few minutes, I was not able to see Jupiter, even though it went dark or whatever. Even though it went dark, I was still facing the direction of the sun according to the heliocentric model. So I should not have been able to see Jupiter, but I was. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Or like a Mars-Venus conjunction. One's the fourth planet, one's the second planet, and we're the third. Like, that's impossible to have the second and the fourth on the same side.
Exactly. You know? I'm finna go ahead and start sharing this on my Facebook.
Slightly overlooked by stupid people.
It just doesn't make any sense.
I love when people try to argue against that, and it's like, no, dude, you're really not getting this. It doesn't work. The only way it works is in your imagination. I see them trying to draw like 2D models of a stick figure standing on a circle.
Mm-hmm.
It gets even worse.
Say that again.
Your Earth, you know?
Exactly.
It doesn't work, doesn't fit, unless you want to try to tell me that Earth and Venus swapped their positions, and Venus is the third rock from the sun for part of the year. Because I've never seen that TV show. And I probably won't. Because Venus is not the third rock from the sun.
Mm-mm.
And there are no rocks from the sun.
There are no rocks.
There's
At
no
all.
space, man. The concept of space is made up just like dinosaurs, just like the pyramids and that whole. It's all made up to make us believe that we live in something that we don't.
Exactly. That's why they use math and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because that's all they got to go on. That's how they say life. And they defend it like, well, if you deny science, I see you sitting there using that computer and everything that's built by science. What? And I'm like, what does that got to do with the science that we can actually observe for ourselves, that we use on a regular basis, that we can observe ourselves? What they got to do with the science that we can't observe? Or the
Hey, but yo,
pseudoscience?
bro, you know when you talk about that, right? We always say they, and we feel like we got like somebody to you know, to be in competition with or to be better than, but we're all one. So we're forgetting that. We forget that aspect. Everybody's at different levels of consciousness. You know what I'm saying? And what it is when they question you and when they challenge you, what it does is yourself on a higher level. You know what I'm saying? So we got to kind of look at things humbly and, you know, instead of like joking around and like, you know, being boastful about it, try to understand a little more what it is, the message that is they're trying to teach you. You know, it is not about the knowledge, the specific knowledge that they're trying to give, but what you can learn after what you're trying to convey to them. You understand? Because you could be saying some shit and then all of a sudden you talk about something that you stumble on and you have like a eureka moment. You know what I'm saying? And that could be from a debate. So you got to understand there's reason for everything. You know what I mean? For people to come up in here and challenge the flat earth theory and give the globe, man, it just proves that consciousness is real. You know what I'm saying? Because people, they really believe in the globe, bro. And just like you did at one point, just like I did at one point. And we're conscious beings. We know we can elevate and go further up in the consciousness, right?
Right.
So we got to understand that they are at a level that we've been on, you know what I'm saying? And they're continuously helping us challenge ourselves. And we challenge that. It's a thing that we, you know, it's the balance, bro. We all work together. You know what I'm saying? So and if people are gonna come and they're gonna throw shade at you, you know, they're gonna be mean. They're gonna say a lot of things about your mama, but you gotta remember that is another version of you. You understand? So that person that would have backlash or would have thrashed at you for saying the earth was flat when you believed in the globe is the same person you are today believing in a flat earth. You understand what I'm trying to say? Because we're all one. So you gotta respect that person for believing what they believe in because they really believe in it. But it's not their fault that they're misinformed because they're at a different level of conscious. You know what I'm saying? That you gotta wait for them to grow up. You can't get frustrated. You know what I'm saying? Because once you get frustrated, that's when you start slowing down in your own education process on what you got to be learning because you're too busy on what this motherfucker needs to learn. Sorry, excuse me, but you was talking about rubbing balls earlier, so I can say motherfucker. But you know what I'm saying, bro? Like we got to have some type of, you got to be humble and you got to have some type of like sensitivity with this. You got to be like, we're men. We're all men on this panel. We need some women up on here to balance it out so we can talk about this type of stuff. Because while we've been doing, I've been here, you know what I mean? I chime in and out, but in between chiming in and out, I noticed that challenging, and everybody's been challenging. You know what I'm saying? And then that's only just like Brent keeping us, holding us back, man. That's what they want us to do. We all over here challenging, debating everybody. In the meantime, wow, they over there still controlling stuff. We need to be talking about how we can live in a cashless society. We need to be talking about how we can. Jerome was talking about getting them drone over to the North Pole. Let's talk about that. You know what I'm saying? Let's get to the future because we already know what the globalists don't know. You know what I'm saying? We already know what we can tell them. We already know what we can school them on. You know, but what do we don't know that we can learn for ourselves? That's what we need to talk about.
As far as with the globalists, we know what they know, but they don't know what we know.
Right,
And
but
like
we're all
James was
one.
saying,
We're all one. We're all one. They'll know what we know one day, you know? It's just gonna take them a lot more patience.
like James saying, we just need to move forward. You know, once we start moving forward with our agenda and start worrying about what they doing, you know what I'm saying? We gonna move far, man, because we got a lot, you know, like I put in the chat about the, you know, sending a drone to the freaking North Pole, a high power one to see, you know, what's over there. You know, if there is something to that through Antarctica, what's over there? You know, doing practical experiments. You know what I mean? Because like Jay said, we could talk about this all day long. This could be a debate every day, but until we put our foot to the pavement and start walking it, you know, it'll just be a debate and a conversation. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of talking. Honestly, you know, I want to see some fruit.
That's why they can join in the chat and type a million globes, or they can join in the chat and be like, you know, you dumb, you this, you that, you this, you that. They ain't gonna do nothing but just add fuel to my fire to continue to expose these frauds. So the more they do it, the more I'm gonna do it. As far as exposing these frauds, taking these videos. I was telling my family yesterday because they, my family, you know, we had a passing in the family over this weekend, and I was telling them, now they, one of my older cousin, he just asked me out the blue. He was like, so do you really think the Earth is flat? I was like, well, I don't think it's a globe anymore, or whatever. Then, you know, I just gave him some, you know, some small insight or whatever. And then he's like, well, what made you think? She's like, well, what did you think? I was like, not what I think, is what I know. And then, you know, I just basically just went. I was like,
juice is flowing, man.
I told him I have a thrill. I told him I get a thrill out of making fun of NASA and exposing them for being fraudulent. I said I actually get a thrill out of doing that. And then I said, you know, it's the interviews. I said they've been calling so many lies, more than one. I said they've been called faking space. Cause he was like, so you don't think they're in space? I was like, no, they've been called faking space multiple times, and I actually get a thrill out of exposing it. And then he said, so he said something else, and I was like, you know, they said they went to the moon in '69, but today in 2017 they can go past low Earth orbit. So how did you get past low Earth orbit to get to the moon in the first time? And then they talking about it's a impenetrable barrier above the Earth. So how did you penetrate that barrier to get to the moon the first time? You see what I'm saying? It's lie after lie after lie that we catch them on. And I actually have a field day, like I did earlier with those bubbles in space and that guy's head showing up behind the thing. I actually have a field day doing stuff like this. Because we know the
actually,
truth.
if you go on our realities page, video that shows the rocket leaving the moon, but somebody was filming the rocket leave the moon. Who stayed behind to film that rocket? And there were sparks and stuff like that flying whenever it left. Where was the oxygen on the moon?
There were pictures that were taken at the arrival. There were pictures taken at the lunar lander arrival. Who was there before the lunar lander then, right?
Exactly. Exactly.
Like
So all these questions,
Ed Boylan was saying in his comedy thing. Apparently being the first man on the moon wasn't that big of a deal because the camera crew got there first.
Straight up. Straight up. These things are so easily debunked, man, and people just, oh well, it can be. You know, like things to cook up, man. This shit. You know what I mean? When you take soup and you leave it on the stove, get cold, man. You don't want a cold soup, man. You want some hot shit. This shit is, you know, people starting to realize, even like, she let me in the morning, and she don't even get into this. And she was in a debate, one of the groups she in on Facebook about flat earth, and I'm just giving the Jews to give to the, you're trying to fuss with somebody, give them information. You know, this is an opportunity and chance for this information to get everybody to start questioning. You know, because I don't believe in no 100 monkey theory, but I do believe and understand that if enough people get aware and have the guts to question this shit, man, this is a cool night, man.
I'm here. I'm actually filming on Facebook Live as well. Netflix Rocket Men. So someone want me referring me to Netflix. Rocket Men has footage from 1968. And you do know that Photoshop and imagery been out since 1857, right? It was called photo montage. You do know that, right? Now, this is the part where you're gonna type some type of boring rhetoric in the chat, which is gonna force me to show you proof, and then when I show you proof, you're gonna make an excuse for the proof that I show you. You boring, Carlos. I don't even know why I even accepted to debate you, dude. You dumb as hell, man. And I hate to say that about one person, but I mean, in this case, you really are, man. You don't even know your globe. This is somebody, right? This guy right here is somebody who says that gravity is what throws you back on a roller coaster. when it's actually
Are you kidding me right now?
Yeah, he said he's on my Facebook chat. I'm streaming live on Facebook as well too. But this is a guy who said gravity is what throws you back on a roller coaster when it's actually Isaac Newton's second law of motion. Wow. Inertia. INERTIAL. Inertial movement. But this is a guy who's gonna debunk flat Earth though. This is a guy who's gonna but you know what? This is what he told me. He told me he really don't even gotta do no research on flat Earth. Just as long as Jabari and SETI and young Pharaoh gives him his information, he don't even gotta do the research or the homework himself.
That's the wrong.
Oh, this nigga Pharaoh's trying to get famous right now. He just did a diss record to that kid Jonah Lucas. He's going hard trying to get famous right now. I really think that he's like seriously like trying to sign himself with the Illuminati, like for real. I mean, he already did it, but I mean like go hard for real. Like I think he's really trying to be like the Pharaoh for real. This dude is like on some shit.
He's a booty goon, man. He's a booty goon. He's a booty goon who's fascinated with blue marbles. I ain't gonna say the other word, but he's taking a fancy. He's taking a fancy to blue marbles.
Yo, he's messing up. He's screwing up the whole black youth right now. He's trying to I think he's gonna be one of the people to spark up the race war for real, because Jonah Lucas isn't even being racist on the record, and he's trying to make it seem like he's being racist, bro. Like this is some serious stuff right here. Like this dude is like really pushing the race war agenda, and he's really trying to go hard for that. It's crazy right now.
And
I'd like to know what race these people are trying to win.
This guy says a Red Bull
Because if I
jump.
remember correctly, we're all part of the human race, right? I didn't know there was any other kind of race.
Well, now, yeah, bro. We all know this, but the masses don't. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? And what I'm trying to school the masses on right now is that people like Young Pharaoh talking about, you know, he said that 98% of your blood comes from a monkey, and like just like straight up dissing the dude when all the dude's trying to do is like be aware. But the thing is about it, right? He's trying to break into the industry. So like everybody who messes with Jonah Lucas now is gonna see this, right? And they're gonna start looking into Young Pharaoh like on here because they got a lot of the artists getting into the new age communities and the conscious communities. You know what I'm saying? So and it's blending because the celebrity is becoming ever so unpopular. I mean, look at Jay-Z, $6 concert tickets. Come on, man. That's because everyone sees who he is and it's coming out, okay? And look at all these artists who's becoming so unpopular for what they're affiliated with or what they are allegedly affiliated with. You know what I'm saying? So you got to think about it. People who want to know the truth are going to go look to people like Young Pharaoh and all these people. And then once you got him doing this crossover music and stuff and trying to push the race war agenda and stuff that's hot, the negativity, pushing that negativity because the negativity, to do a negative act is much easier to do a positive act. I'm pretty sure if someone was raping your mother, it'd be much easier to shoot him in his face than to, you know, try to pray for him right then and there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Or either that or shoot him in his blue marbles.
Pharaoh's also part of the LGBT community conspiracy thing, saying that the black woman is God and saying the black woman is goddess. Yet he has a whole lot of lesbians support bisexual riding his paradigm at this moment. He's definitely put in a position to do
Oh, you going in and out, Jerry?
Oh, that's not me. I'm not saying anything.
Oh, that wasn't you? Who was that?
Oh, it's me, Mahida.
Oh, my hair. Yeah, my fault. You was going in and out, bro.
Okay, I was moving. Yeah, I was saying that basically Young Pharaoh, he also is a part of the LGBT little agenda going with the black woman as God, promoting, you know, lesbianism psychologically and etymologically. And, you know, the etymology of it, considered a goddess, not considered a god. A male would be considered a god. And we never heard the Nation of Islam, who also promote that race-based stuff, come out. Black man is God, you know. The black woman is the goddess. So I do know. I wouldn't say I don't. I know that he's part of pushing the lesbian, bisexual, you know, metrosexual agenda. And you could see the vibe in here in him that he's a metrosexual man. There's no ifs and who, where, what's, you know, about it. But just on the character and the doctrine of the stuff that he releases, he's promoting that alien stuff. And he's you know, I don't want to get personal, but he's pseudo. That's why they call him Young Pseudo. Everything he pushes is, you know, pseudo. The ones that call him Young Pseudo, they're shoes called guys. So instead of them getting mine manufacturer and mass production companies building these space programs and actually building the actual machines to try and fly, they're building shoe baits and race bait rhetoric. You know, the whole Black Power thing, the black woman is God, is like, it's a social construct placebo effect, you know, a victimization thing to promote something to uplift people with a secret agenda of promoting the LGBT, with including the P on it for pedophilia, the mix. And that's why a lot of these Black Power groups, you're gonna slowly watch them merge into a LGBT Black Lives Matter type of thing. No matter what, it's slowly going to merge because there's no money in what they do, and they're only doing this for period.
I'm gonna put my channel in my Facebook in my Facebook chat, and let me see where it's at. And I want some people. I want y'all out in the chat to give him that work, cause I know he's gonna be coming. Let me see. Nope. Let me see here. There it is. Let me put my chat in the what you call it. I mean, let me put my thing in the chat. I mean, y'all can go ahead, y'all. I'm just thinking out loud. My fault. Go ahead. Y'all still there?
Oh yeah, we here.
Okay.
You know, I find it very deceptive that a lot of the communities, no matter what centricism it is, that a lot of them are tied into the deceit. And I like how you explain it. You know, that you're going at NASA. Rather, no matter who the person is, the person can come in. They're basically a straw man for NASA if they're defending NASA. And I love that. Like me, I take it personal. I want to know who the first NASA scientists are. I want to know, you know, the CIT, California Institution of Technology, was connected to it in the city I grew up in. Like, I want to know who they are, what societies they're a part of, what's their agenda, what schools, you know, what was their favorite curriculums, and what were they math? I try and get down to the searching, and when it comes down, the city I grew up in, it's not good. It's a very bad thing. A lot of vector, secret, Nazi, paperclip. It's just so much tied into it. You know, Jack Parsons, Einstein, like all of them went to the city I lived in, and they all came together to create these fake, deceitful things and way to, you know, trick the world. But on top of it, at the same time, NASA JPL has always been a military and Hollywood operation since the 30s, since 1936. So, I mean, you have to look at what it is. Find a way to create these. And that's what I want to find a way to make these myself, make them, and innovate with it. Because a lot of the going back and forth become tedious now, because now we're getting to the point where people are going to have to really show their work. And I'm getting past the tedious part is yeah, so I'm loving it. I'm loving it. You know, I want to see some things myself. I have pictures at 32,000 feet, seeing that. So, the more the ice wall, these things myself, or at least somebody that's genuine with cameras to show me, at least through a camera lens. But I want to get that personal script, at least from the person's personal experience. Because when we use cameras, we're still using machines, and using our own eyes and seeing it.
You know what one of the most retarded things I've heard? Well, how come we don't have? How come there's no single picture of flat Earth? Like, I guess the whole flat Earth. Like, I guess they expecting Earth to be so small, like the size of a textbook, so you can capture the whole thing on camera. But yet, when we tell them, you know, well, how come we can't get a whole 24-hour feed of Earth in full view? You know what they say? Because the Earth is too big to catch the whole thing in view. So what makes you think that this extended plane ain't too big to catch in one camera shot? How stupid does that sound?
Yeah, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. People could have on camera things to do that very task you're talking about. Here,
How do they get the full picture in the first place? You know, when they try to say that, just we can't do it now. How y'all did it back then? Because it's bullshit. That's why you can't tell us.
That's like trying to take a picture of the terrain of inside a snow globe from inside the snow globe. There's no way you'd be able to get the whole picture of the little city at the bottom of the snow globe, no matter how high up in the globe you got. You know what I mean? In the glass, you know.
Yeah.
You wouldn't
They've never been outside that glass.
Yeah. Yeah, you would have to be outside to take a picture of the whole thing, and if you can't get outside, there's no way you're taking a damn picture.
Exactly. It's just dumb. Exactly. And then it goes back, well, what difference does it make? I still gotta go to work and pay bills and sleep with girls. What difference does it make? It's not gonna keep them girls from sleeping with me.
That has got to be one of the most stupidest answers for people, you know? What does it matter? Well, I didn't know you liked being lied to. Sorry. I was under the impression maybe you liked being told the truth.
Yeah. You know. But I guess since I don't have on a lab coat or religious robe, that my truth is invalid. Yeah, and if I ain't passing around your collection plate and tell you God said to give you their 10%, I'm gonna make sure I'm a airmail your 10% to God to make sure He gets it though. Yeah, as long as I'm not doing that, I guess my.
Hey, we can send them over to Poncho's channel. They can talk to Agave, Dr. Fersnacci or whatever his name is.
Oh,
he wears a white lab coat.
You talking about Poncho Pete? Yeah. So, I just don't get people, man. You know?
People need to realize that PhD at the end of your name doesn't stand for anything. PhD stands for push here dummy.
I like that. I don't know, man. This is what I'm saying. You gotta do it. I see he ain't made a comment. I guess he left on my Facebook live thing. I guess he left. He gonna put Red Bull jump. Which one of y'all want to pick this? Which one of y'all want to pick this Red Bull jump apart first? Me or y'all?
Which part? The part where we're on planet New Mexico or Arizona or wherever the hell he launched from?
Yeah.
That's all you can see underneath him?
I was thinking about the part where he's driving at over 700 miles an hour, where the Earth is spinning at over 1,000 miles an hour, that he did not land 806 miles from his landing zone. He only landed about 70 kilometers. Which could have been wind direction, anything could have blew him at 70 kilometers. But, or the fact that from the aerial view, you don't see the Earth spinning underneath him. They can't say that everything moves with the atmosphere, but clearly he was in the stratosphere. He was no longer in the atmosphere. So they can't use that excuse. He was 127,000 feet up. So he was no longer in the atmosphere, so the Earth should have been spinning underneath him. Or the fact that as soon, the very first 5 to 10 seconds when the video comes on, you see a flat horizon. So
Or we could talk about the bad photoshopping where they can't keep the labels on the side of the thing straight. In one scene it's one place, in another scene it's another. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
there's all kinds of stuff we can pick apart with that.
So he's talking about. I guess he gonna plan on
Who
using the Red Bull
said
jump.
the Red Bull jump, man? They need to get with the times. That was so that was really so
2012.
last year, you know?
That was 5 years ago. When I still believed in the globe. But when I came into this, I started looking at it, and people need to. This dude right here is so far behind. He brings up videos that we ain't already looked through, picked apart, and everything. You see what I'm saying? Like, let's say if NASA went to space, supposedly went to space today, and we seen them messing up with their CGI and stuff, and we go ahead and pick it apart within 24 hours. This dude will find this video 6 months later after we done moved on to the next thing, and be like, oh, this right here debunked your flat earth. After we done already destroyed it 6 months prior. You see what I'm saying? And, let me see. I'll rest the floor though. Let me see. I'm trying to see my chat here. There it is. Excuse me. Everything going slow. Can y'all still hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay.
I hear you.
But it is crazy though, man. Like, people just don't want to accept that they've been lied to. As a matter of fact, how about all these baller freaks? In a more nice way to put it. How about I run up into each and every one of their houses and steal $200, right? I'm steal $200 out of their wallet. I'm a steal, you know, expensive jewelry out of their wives and girlfriends' jewelry boxes, right? And then I'm lie about it. I mean, what doesn't matter? You still got to wake up tomorrow and still have it stolen from you. So what does it matter? What does it matter? You can just go back to work and you know, work 40, 50 hours a week away from your children, so the school system can raise your children for you, and you can come back home, you know, eat, take a crap, sleep, wake up, do the same thing. What does it matter that I stole all that from your house? You still got to wake up and do the same thing tomorrow. So what does it matter that NASA is stealing money out of my house, out of my kids' mouth, out of your kids' mouth? What does it matter? I still got to wake up and I still got to wake up and go to work tomorrow. I still got to pay bills week after week. You know, I still got to wake up. I still got to wake up and stay black and die. So what does it matter? Oh God. That's why I'm gonna start using it. I'm gonna start using that from now on. I'm gonna use just that. Update on Mike. Oh, update on Mike from Red's Rhetoric Live. Yeah, I'm subscribed to his channel so I can be nosy. Wow. But yeah, but like I said, what does it matter, man? If I go in the house, if I run in your house and steal all your weapons and stuff, and then I lie about it, No, everything's okay. I would never steal from you, man. I would jump in front of a bullet for you, man. What does it matter if I lied? You still gotta wake up and go to work tomorrow, right? You still gotta pay bills tomorrow. You still gotta feed your kids. You know, you still gotta come home and slave and then go back to work and slave. So what does it matter? You know, that I mean, when you look at it, it doesn't sound too good, does it? Huh? Would you let me come in your house and take $500 off your table, off your dresser? I mean, what's $500? NASA's stealing $52 million a day. So what's $500? And they're taking $52 million from us. You could just work it off. You could just work and get that $500 back, right? That's the logic people use, you know. But let me go ahead and do a quick roll call, real quick, before I dismiss class. Let's see. Hugh, I see you. Allie B, I see you. Who else is up in here? Mahir, he's on the panel. I see you. As well as Jaren, Justin, Uber Flat Earth, and Shaq D's are also on the panel. Let me see. I know what was here in the chat. Danny Rosado was here earlier. Let's see what else. Teddy C, I see you. Elizabeth 98D, she was up in here. I think, is that everybody? I see, what was that? Shout out to him, that brother. Who's that? I think Gothica was up in here. MC Michael, whatever, the troll. Yeah, thanks for joining. I appreciate you coming in here and trolling. You just added a view, so you're awesome for that. MC Vice, I see ya. Who else? I think did I get everybody? Yep, I think I did. Oh yeah, Gothica G. And NASA CGI Snakes, I see you. So far this ends roll call.
Hey, so Jamaican, I've been on the live chats recently of like the ones of the solar flares, the ones of the Japanese lunar thing where they're supposedly going around the moon. And I've been in the chat rooms talking to people, and it's funny because people get in there, and one of the first questions they ask, bro, is this real? Question mark. Like, even they're doubting, like, man, this looks like a cartoon.
See, so they got one eye open.
Yeah, it's nuts. It's crazy. And usually I just post a simple question. You all like looking at cartoons? Question mark. Quick.
You know?
That usually gets a response, especially tied in with the name, like when it comes after the name Uber Flat Earth. There's really no hiding that I think, or that I know that the world is flat, you know? There's no... Yeah, it's kind of hard to infiltrate with a name like that.
Yeah, I know, right? And just like, what am I about to say? When you think of, shit, I lost my train of thought. Nah, it'll come back to me. But yeah, like Chris Brown got a song, you know. He goes, "My mind wide open, but my eyes wide shut." People can claim they have an open mind, but if your mind is open and your eyes are still shut, you might as well just have a closed mind. You can't sit there and say that you have an open mind. Like Morpheus says, the body cannot live without the mind. Your mind shows you what your eyes see. So you can say that you have an open mind, but if you don't have an open mind, if your eyes are not open, then your mind might as well not be open either, because you're refusing to accept the truth to enter your mind. Your mind can see the truth, but your eyes and your senses perceive it to let you know. Your mind tell you that, hey, this is real, like the Matrix, right? You know. Like I said, constantly continue to push this truth. Continue to be on the offensive, because as you can see, Mr. Mike, whoever, he came in here with the GO defensive, when, you know what I'm saying, we on the FO offensive. So I definitely encourage y'all to do that. Continue to push this truth, and with that, man, I mean, you really can't go wrong. Continue to debunk anything that they try to throw at you to stop this movement. This movement cannot be stopped. It cannot be stopped. Okay? So, I just want y'all to know that real quick. And, and always be kind to each other. Stay true to yourself. Stay flat. Keep it flat. Class dismissed. Thank y'all for joining.
Now can I do it?
Do what? Oh yeah, you can play.
Well, that's an hour, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's a time. There it is.